the string, got the dog sit, cat sit, dog sit. I'm gonna try it out now. Okay, so that's it. There.
A string of limericks about the rectal administration of methamphetamine. There was a doctor on whom we relied, who had to prescribe meth when all the rides declined. So said she while looking quite red, "We need meth like bread. And please hurry because our need can't wait for bed." In another verse, there are some ladies that get real wild. A man may be with this one, he would be compelled in the style. But sometimes there is someone at the bar, a tall, good dad says, "Bump my dick against your taco hole." There were some ladies who thought it funny. A friend of theirs gave in when their cravings were dungy, and it went with the phrase, quite the fanciest. "Let's just stick that shit up your tush and dance." Oh, this one seemed to bring quite the smile. Another drug of sorts had been made quite a foeman. She knew a trick. You really had to ask. And that was to take an enema. Just a tiny task. Here again, a story appeared. So sad. Another friend in need found themselves on bad round radar. It was all for sex. With her she would never decline, but with that ass was no room and couldn't reach it. To find that fun and love had she been quite subversive enough. Instead her own little enamor gave them quite something new. But as he held that little device, well, untold things never went back down. As a joke they found him so hilarious, until his own came back with a face quite red. Oh my, this verse, well, how can I say that it's just quite lewd. It brought quite some joy to me, but who knows what they would deem fit. But then here, something rather interesting had come. It wasn't your normal thing on such an ass's lips, no. This wasn't just about how a man was not so kind at times, no. This time, it was that one thing we'd never really heard from someone, yes. Someone else had spoken. Someone named Bill, so bold. It was something I swore I would never mention or tell. Just that she didn't really know about my meth habit, or how her rectums and sides had just quite been turned so bright blue so fast. And there seemed there would be one final thought. How could anyone keep themselves straight without someone there to make such a change? And so he said, "Let's talk about the drug. Let's give a damn and let's just let these ladies and that guy have all their fun." It brought quite the change as they sat there in place. Those with meth-strewn minds just smiled away with delight as others found that they had finally reached something real and pure, like that loving sex that brought true emotions core, and not simply just trying for your best, but instead of doing good deeds to your rectum's heat. No, now they had a real story so clear and so fine with love's power that they would just simply never want to forget. It brought quite a tear to her, and well, quite another word in place that would surely bring them just some other smile with some enema and more words to give some spice back to this night. That's quite interesting. You never hear of it coming down. And it was when that guy Bill spoke of yes, with words so fine, and brought to light that rectal could give a person a thrill quite bright. She didn't see what he knew, that he just spoke his mind.
Wait, where? Oh.
And then she found herself with a grin on her bright tacos, So white, but inside they seemed to be filled with this joy dough so fine. So fine they found a friend, so so far that they didn't quite need meth like they'd heard from their friends. But only love was such an immer. Oh yeah, it sounds much too wild. Don't worry, here another poem came. So one last limerick with joy in rhyming, and with that, I bring my piece on this story. I found myself just sitting in a chair with the story quite bizarre. With words such as fuck, meth. Well then, what a time in these lines so fine. And while you may find some people not pleased at their heart quite full with a wish for the rectal use of meth, but for these folks out here, well then, let these poems fly so bright in the sky so wide where they find delight, not as someone in need. No more, for they don't need their little high, and now find themselves with their love just fine. Just love up their hull. No, with a little meth, and how to get it from here to there in our bones deep and dear. No, don't ask for more, 'cause my dear friend, you never know, and I have never asked her to write any more, but well, here I say, just read my verse again, it brings joy. I find some peace. So let there rest the wrecked and love of our devious drug talk tales of how some folks got their needs. A string of limericks about all the ways people get high on life. A little girl with a toy, playing it her dad with delight when out of nowhere and her heart was filled to burst so full. Lots of man with some big truck, but oh, no, it seems there isn't really so bad, so there must she say. But something so sweet and soft. It felt as though it would explode into pieces of frosted cake. She held back nothing more. But then a smile just grew inside her mind where things did seem at times so bright. And when her father saw, well, this just might take him back to his little past. That smile there, or what he might want was that very first taste, like some drink or other fine thing. But oh, she knew she had to bring such news in her heart without some booze bling, because the story just made perfect sense. And with that is one way we can come back from all that is dark to a place. She never saw herself as quite so smart. It seemed that something that was so dear was always at fault for everything that hurt. Well, it was something else so new. But here a girl found so true and bright and true to this love sight like that one love so sub, where no matter they might try, just couldn't hold it with any pride, like some girl just out riding their bike, and suddenly she becomes so wise because with words this story, a rattle rhythm could help the mind rise.
Wait.
This was more than something that was just for drugs. It's more like a game so fun. Just like some game but of life, it seemed to show their...
Okay. Let's make that a separate thing. Oh, wait, no. There. Come on. Come on.
A string of limericks about all the ways people get high on life. A party in a rock and roll past gas. It made a loud rumble, the kind that can only boom in jumble. Liam, he went straight for some weed that would mellow him out and slow down his thoughts about a doubt. His buddies laughed about this fun time spent with a new song to relate. In words fit to eat like bitter, to spit like sweet date. It's really nice they came.
Yeah?
It's really nice they came. So, here's 2 more for fame. The one I just had was so funny that his face, it did hard. In a grin that didn't seem right or wrong, the man didn't even notice that there had been laughter all along with words. Full of fun times spent with those who could think on top and do great strides at speeds so blimey fast it'd make any person proud. So yeah, I guess it isn't so easy as simply reading limericks. Maybe you're already too full of the life of the giddy quick stop, make a joke stick or fall. Either way, if your day gets too gloomy, feel free to tell me some about things that tickle those in, and about it like footers that won't soon do much better with just little bit of love or some laughter. 'Cause if your mood seems off, that always feels like such a waste that doesn't fit in any way is the best. I love making others smile or even giggle from something I said, so please share when or where your own laugh or fun is felt. The limericks may sound silly, but my intentions were good. Andy Rose hash riddle these is 19. It's the 420th day, so enjoy the holiday, my friends and family. Let loose and let light-hearted moments brighten your life even though April isn't right in sight. PSA, don't drive or operate heavy machinery while high, because doing those things when brain activity and reactions slow can result in terrible and serious accidents. And remember, not all drugs are healthy choices. Take care of yourself, yours and hoes. Your friendly local recreational counseling and dispensary. Call for assistance and we'll make it easy peasy with a sweet. For those who need to feel more than they already got going, your pal from Dispensary Deluxe Panda Panda. There's also PS. Don't take the fun out of being big because you're a little worried that this lifestyle could hurt you at least a tiny bit, but not very much. Don't let society limit your creative expression or stop you from getting a little wild every now and again. Life can be a drag anyway sometimes, and getting stomach with it is sure to bring about even the nicer stuff in the everyday too. We're not advocating for doing this on an everyday basis or at work. Just saying a healthy lifestyle can also look differently depending on who you are. So go be awesome. Dispatch get dandelions hash high and flow. Oh, and by the way, we are not giving you any drugs without some identification. Have some ID and you will most definitely be all sorted hash legal. Silly hash high chickiski have some fun times. And don't stress your face too much, because then it'll be so sour the next time they say sweet stuff you like. Relax your body. And some job openings at the dispensary and supervised injection site and ice cream parlor. Hi folks, we could really use your skills at any or both our establishments. Come help our community. It's a rewarding job where everyone who comes through is excited and looking out for the person right beside them, so your workload will feel a little lighter and not as daunting. You could get to be creative, making delicious frozen sweets one moment and the next helping someone achieve wellness and relief the very same minute. Most suitable candidates that can keep up the level of professionalism we require for all kinds of reasons. Asterisk, our team has been carefully vetted. Asterisk, our product offering includes quality organic ingredients with no artificial additives to maintain the highest standard of service and care for others in every sense. Asterisk, our training program has been specially tailored in partnership with local educational professionals to promote a seamless on-the-job knowledge absorption, with some time spent building our understanding of our client base and their particular needs, as well as a focus on customer/client satisfaction. Asterisk, you will be expected to maintain clear documentation for both businesses based on our existing procedures that are regularly updated according to regulations, best practice, feedback given internally by staff. Additionally, your role within an environment such as our injection clinic could involve dealing with all kinds of people who require compassionate empathy with your skills and training. In this capacity, communication between colleagues may be very important to create awareness about new information that might help us continue to build strong bonds that are centered around caring with all due importance. Please send us an official transcript or application of one of our branches, and you'd automatically come up on our interview schedule so we can review your qualifications. The following fuckwits are not allowed at the dispensary. Particular individuals who boost our services. Somehow. Asterisk Johnny and Johnny. Twins. Identity unknown. Asterisk Frank. Suspected dealer. Or at least one of them anyway. The way he hacked a bit after smoking was like what our trained dogs can do, but less accurate. Land with this weird scent of sour fruit, maybe banana. Not good. Wafted off both him and the product asterisk Lizzie with an Izzy. The Lisa part of her is always so lazy and barely works in her name. Poop his name. He kept asking for different kinds that looked poopy, just like a child. No matter how much education and encouragement some of these people just refuse to learn. Hash unworthy. Asterisk, and finally, some asshole thinks just because they're good looking, getting people hooked is totally not against the law. So we're making a public post here, warning people about this creep with blonde or silver fox curls for their thickening. But oh yeah, where this Judnin Eric who sells weed to children so gross, also known by the stage name Sexy, with a bunch of X's, how classy, but with no apparent connection or explanation. We found evidence suggesting he's a Pavimubby who uses a bunch of filters to make his pics extra fake, then sells edibles that aren't really as great as he made them to be. Oh, beware of these jerks, folks. Be aware when you pun your precious lips before letting it take too many effects. The management hash thing you inks. And remember, stay safe, stay aware, stay informed, and let's all spread a fun energy when out having new life experiences. We wish everybody success and happy shopping. And thanks so much for reading this important alert. Let's continue to care and educate without judgment. May people understand the dangers of doing anything illegal. Please don't try to hack it. And if so confused, consult a healthcare professional to figure out why you should or shouldn't eat the edibles you love in an adult manner without endangering yourself or everyone at once. We love Maddie 3, but I didn't mention the other person's actual location as in this post. So please respect our customers, friends, readers. Let's be thoughtful. Please, let's help by encouraging more positive activities while spreading light instead of darkness. Also, make your favorite ice cream from scratch and be proud because the world is all made for your taste buds. If anybody else on Riddles wants help, let me know. Or if anybody knows any tricks that seem easy to implement, or something funny that doesn't need a joke at the bottom, feel free to tell us anything. P.S. I've added this last one at the urging of an anonymous reader in a way you won't see them in real life. Best practice for using the vert. The feathers that, when put in the mouth, take one through a mixed immersive reality. Hello, friend. You must be having one crazy journey or trip. Let me tell you. The best things to try, especially on first-time use for beginners, would be things to soothe and enhance, such as meditation. Yes, of course, you may also enjoy getting a taste of some hot gossip on everyone at school or wherever they call themselves, friends/social media connections. We got that in flight menu to browse too. Also, don't worry. You don't have to eat. Well, not for real anyway. Just put them safely in the style of Jeff Noon. I've got more ideas. Do people really think it's okay when things go wrong? Especially where the brain is involved? I am trying and have also already posted once. Thank you to spread my awareness in a light-hearted way without the threat of negating anything in particular by just being here on the website. But do note, I'm also always willing to hear anything new, learn from criticism, and grow. So, don't hesitate just because a new post was not your cup of tea. Oh, but I'll tell you, a lot more. Then, no. There was another time where two of you were high on wine, not nice, at least as they drank so cheap that night it was awful for me. But, that wasn't me. Then, of course, I don't blame anybody else who has been there one went a touch bit further and began a story with. It seems we got a couple more ideas up in our little head. One might call them not, but just little seeds to make life swell. You see, we get this feeling we gotta get up and spill, 'cause that one time it didn't turn sour. When one spilled his beans, and they were tasty even for me. So yeah, my post here isn't meant to offend anybody or be all that preachy while looking. Instead, can I just ask nicely if anyone needs some help sorting out what not to drink or not? What kinds could mess things? For fun? Or if I seem too blunt? Why else did you think this rhyming poem came out so quickly without warning? We thought we needed something just right to break the ice and make people want to engage with something positive, like a discussion about all that matters, as it's never all clear how anyone might go. And so we just feel like if anything comes too soon for one, it might as well be right there to the reader or look at as someone just browsing. Though there doesn't have to be any action just yet, as everyone who just browses probably won't respond until they can find out if things aren't so nice for a friend, right? I'm just hoping there are folks reading our messages about these tips about Verder, but it wasn't all too obvious, so that anyone in trouble from too hard of drinking could have just one post about that somewhere near the end at most, maybe in some kind of infinite scroll section where anyone could get their info out. Maybe add one little message for each topic. I am so ready to talk about something with somebody here today. Please let there be some sort of communication going. In the style of Jeff Noon, contraindications regarding the vert feathers. If there was such thing and anyone needed one just to check in. If that would mean we found something in that we could call a mistake or any real fault, and don't think that we haven't been there with every word in action too. Then what a surprise! Just don't let others' actions dictate the rest. There doesn't have to be a response from anyone, so I'm hoping someone reads and knows how they want to get better or worse depending about their experiences. So, if there weren't anything, at least without making the reader feel guilty or something, that one person would regret sharing other than it might turn others off of utter in one post or another. And let them just be, I suppose. And if I ever posted anything out of spite to show anyone up, that ain't my thing either. Unless that the thing you might remember the line we had in mind happened too. But even that didn't happen. We hope nobody else goes through something like that. So, yes, even if they're bad, it might all even still seem too good or it won't matter. If there's anything left on the thread that's not in sync, at least with everyone, but just us who started something here and said no, but maybe they'll keep it down this way. Please. It's true. You'd only want to tell it so as to say you know someone, as I can tell, that would really use and get it wrong if someone wanted some peace without knowing someone like me is out there to try anyway. That's all for today. Clean up after yourselves, for God's sake. This, right, my stuff sure sounds good, doesn't it?